Good morning, my dear students. In the previous classes, in this chapter we had studied, in this chapter chemical changes and chemical reactions, we have studied about the conditions necessary for a chemical reaction. Then we had studied about the characteristics of a chemical reaction. It was in exercise 2a. Then we had studied different types of chemical reactions: direct combination or synthesis method, decomposition, displacement, and double decomposition reactions. There are so many other reactions like endothermic reaction, exothermic reaction, photochemical reactions, polymerization, isomerization. These 3-4 reactions we will study in the next class. Now we have 2-3 different reactions which we will study in this class. They are photochemical reactions, electrochemical reactions, exothermic reactions, and endothermic reactions. First of all, we should know that here we are studying here every chemical reactions. In every chemical reactions there will be an exchange of the energy in the form of heat and energy. We know that every substance has a fixed amount of energy stored in it. This energy stored in the body is called potential energy. The stored energy, a fixed amount of energy, the energy which is stored inside our body, it is termed as potential energy, and that potential energy is termed as chemical energy. So in every chemical reactions there is a change of energy. That means, what is the change of energy? The amount of energy in the reactants and the amount of energy in the product both have different amount of energy. There is a difference between the chemical energy of reactants and products. Same thing I told you, that both the reactants and the product have different amount of energy. This energy, this stored energy or this potential energy may be in the form of heat, light, sound, and electricity. During a chemical reaction and during the breaking in a chemical reaction, during a breaking of the chemical bond and the formation of the new chemical bond, either this heat energy or this energy is absorbed or released. On this basis of amount of heat energy absorbed or released, a chemical reaction is of two types. Here is the same, depending on the energy released or absorbed, chemical changes are of two types: exothermic or endothermic. So first we will see exothermic reaction. What is exothermic reaction? A chemical reaction, a chemical change in which the energy is given out, in which a heat energy is given out or heat energy is evolved, is called exothermic reaction. For example, if we burn coal, what happens? It first धुआं तो बना बाबू, कार्बन डाइऑक्साइड. So when we burn anything, it burns in presence of oxygen. Now this is the product. After this product, what we observed? we get some heat energy, we get some light also. So here, after heating this, and we get the compound plus or in addition some energy is produced in form of heat and light. Such type of chemical reaction in which heat and light or other energy is produced is called exothermic. We can see more or less the same definition, wordings may be different. A chemical reaction in which heat, electricity, sound, they all are the different forms of energy. We have studied in physics in class 8. So, a chemical reaction in which heat is given out, it is called exothermic reactions. In an exothermic reaction, total energy content of reactants is much more, it is more than the heat energy contained by the products. So, as I had written here, carbon dioxide plus heat. Similar example is here, or you can say same example is here, carbon plus oxygen, this is formed. Similarly, this is your CH4, it is called methane. CH4 is methane. C2H6, it is called ethane. So any fossil fuels or anything, if it is burnt, it forms this. In addition with these, some heat energy and light may be evolved. The combustion of natural gas is an important source of energy for homes. We know in our kitchen the natural gas is used. Natural gas is mainly methane, its complete combustion products, carbon dioxide and water vapor. In addition with this, some heat energy is evolved. Similarly, water is added to quicklime. What is quicklime? See, this one, CaO, calcium oxide, is called quicklime, and CaOH whole 2, it is called calcium hydroxide or slaked lime, or simply we call it lime water. जब कभी भी आपके घर में वाइट वॉश करने के लिए पानी में चूना डालते होंगे, तो पानी में जैसे ही चूना डाले, इट स्टार्ट्स बॉइलिंग, ये खौलने लगता है एंड हॉट हो जाता है, जबकि हमने कोई हीटर और चूल्हा नहीं लगाया था बाबू. So now this calcium hydroxide is formed plus some heat energy is produced. Such kind of reaction is called your exothermic reactions. Similarly, ऐसा नहीं है हाइड्रोजन, we know that water is made up of hydrogen and oxygen. ऐसा नहीं है हाइड्रोजन और ऑक्सीजन दोनों गैस को मिक्स कर दिए तो वाटर बन गया, बनेगा, but it will be formed at a very high temperature, something around 2000 degrees Celsius. So, formation of water when hydrogen is burnt in oxygen, when hydrogen reacts with oxygen at high temperature, this water is formed, rather water vapor is formed, which on condensation it comes in liquid state in water state, plus heat energy is formed. Right from the beginning, we are knowing this triangle, symbol triangle. In chemistry, this triangle represents heat. So, when hydrogen and oxygen is heated, means burns, it forms water plus a huge amount of heat energy is produced. Likewise, in the previous classes I had told you, these reactions and these conditions we should keep in our mind, because in class 10, once again we will study these things in chapter ammonia, chapter 8, formation of ammonia. So, formation of ammonia is what? When nitrogen, one molecule of nitrogen plus 3 molecules of hydrogen is heated at a temperature of 450 to 500 degrees Celsius. Forget here, we have to deal with heat only. So when it is heated in presence of, if you can call it what I had told, when it is heated at this temperature 450, around 450 degrees Celsius, using catalyst as powdered iron and molybdenum as promoter, temperature 450 to 500 degrees Celsius, and pressure should be 200 atm or more than 200. Anyway, here we have to consider only with heat. So when nitrogen and hydrogen is heated about this temperature, this ammonia gas is formed plus huge amount of heat energy is evolved. Next example is neutralization reaction are also exothermic. My dear students, first of all, I would like to call you back that what is neutralization reaction? A reaction between acid and base, is called neutralization reactions. So when an acid, here is hydrochloric acid, NaOH, it is a base. When this acid reacts with base, it forms sodium chloride and hydrogen oxide, means water is formed. In addition of these two products, some amount of heat energy is produced. So such chemical reactions are called exothermic reactions. One very important example is your photosynthesis. In a photosynthesis, what is, first of all, what is photosynthesis? Photosynthesis, it is a chemical reaction, it is a chemical change in which the plants makes their own food in presence of sunlight and water vapor, or we can include chlorophyll. That's another thing, but it takes place only in the presence of light. First of all, here, whatsoever food we eat, after digestion, the main, this H12O6, it is your glucose. From food, after digestion, glucose is formed, and when we when we take air, when we inhale oxygen, this glucose burns inside our body, and after burning, means after reactions, this carbon dioxide plus water vapor is formed, plus energy is stored in our body, inside our body. So these reactions are exothermic reaction, and this is named as respiration, because this reactions takes place only during our respiration. Now after exothermic reaction, now it comes another reaction, endothermic reaction. In exothermic, what was happening? Heat was evolving. But in the endothermic reaction, heat is absorbed. Suppose if we keep zinc carbonate in a bag and we are not heating it, nothing is going to happen. But as soon as we heat it, if we heat it, it will become hot. Why it became hot? Because it absorbed heat energy. So when zinc carbonate is heated, zinc carbonates become hot because zinc carbonate absorbs heat energy, and after absorbing this heat energy, now this chemical bond of zinc carbonate breaks up and it forms zinc carbonate. Sorry, I had written calcium carbonate. It will form zinc oxide. If we are heating calcium carbonate, obviously it will form calcium oxide plus carbon dioxide. Now if we are heating zinc carbonate, it will form zinc oxide and carbon dioxide. How this reaction happens? After absorbing the heat energy. So this is endothermic reaction. So now, my dear friends, what is endothermic reactions? A chemical reaction in which heat energy is absorbed. We can see here, even in our book, language may be different, wordings may be different, gist may be same. A chemical reaction in which heat is absorbed is called endothermic reactions. Heat is absorbed means it causes a fall in temperature. That means in such reactions it cannot be sustained without supply of energy, means no reaction will take place without supply of energy, means unless if we don't heat, if we are heating, that means we are giving an external source of energy. Only after heating or giving external source of energy, the reaction will take place. In an endothermic reaction, total energy contained in the product, it is more and more than the heat energy present in the reactants. Here are a few examples. You can see similar examples I had given you. Now it is photochemical reactions. What is photochemical reaction? See once again this reaction of photosynthesis. Example of photosynthesis is a photochemical reactions. So what is photochemical reaction? Photochemical reaction is a reaction that occurs with the absorption of light energy. Means the chemical reaction which takes place in the presence of light energy, it is called your photochemical energy. Here is the example of photosynthesis. Then another one is your electrochemical reactions. What is electrochemical reactions? The reactions which takes place in presence of electricity, which is carried out by electricity. In the next class or in the next chapter even, we will study what is these reactions. In fact, this electrochemical reactions is more or less very similar to electrolysis. Electrolysis is what? Electrolysis, it is a chemical reaction, chemical process in which a compound is broken down, in which a compound decomposes. It decomposes in aqueous or molten state when an electric current is passed. So far we will have a very simple definition for this reaction. It is a reaction that occurs with the absorption of electrical energy, means the chemical reaction which takes place in the presence of electrical energy are called electrochemical energy. Here when an electric current is passed in potassium chloride, it dissociates potassium chloride, dissociates to form potassium ion and chloride ion. Every time we use water, we know that water is made up of hydrogen and oxygen, but we cannot separate it physically, though we can separate it by the process of electrolysis. After passing an electric current in water, this water will dissociate to form hydrogen and oxygen. So my dear friends, this is for today. In the next class we will start the new chapter. Once again I would like to call you. If you have any problem in physics, chemistry, maths, you can call me, or even you can call your concerned teachers. All the teachers might have given you their phone numbers. Wish you all the best.